Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And just a disclaimer before I get this video started. This will be a longer video, so make sure you guys grab your popcorn, coffee, or drink, whatever it is you like to snack on or drink. Make sure you grab it and make sure you guys are tuned in. So what I wanted to discuss in today's video, and I also would like your guys' input as well. And the title of this video will be What's Next for T-Mobile. I think we have to discuss that because there's a lot of uncertainty floating around the market right now, not amongst the consumers, but amongst the analysts, the board members, and then some of the top executives as well within the company. There's a lot of uncertainty going on with T-Mobile right now. A lot of people don't have a very clear picture where T-Mobile is trying to take this. They gave us a preview in the analyst day, their first analyst day of that magnitude and that significance of a length. They've never given that type of preview or guidance of that length ever. They've never done that. It was about 3.5 hours, and they gave us a peek, an insight, if you will, as to where they plan to take the future of where they plan to take T-Mobile as a company in the future. And they are now I would say a big player. They are now at the size that can make you question anything. If the capex is not high enough to someone's liking, or to the extent also against the competition, if the competition is consistently outspending you, that is something you can definitely voice your concern about, not just as a YouTuber or as a consumer, but also as an investor, also as a board member. It may make you scratch your head, even as an analyst. Hey, why are you consistently spending, $10 billion less than your competition? And then, of course, T-Mobile is going to get on the analyst day and tell you all the reasons why they are able to spend the amount lower that they are. And that is not always a positive, because the number one rule in wireless, and Sprint is the perfect example, if you underinvest in your network, you are going to lose. And that was, prime example was Sprint. They spent the lowest, they underinvested, and the consumer showed that as data demand increased, as Sprint was offering unlimited, they just couldn't keep up, so customers were leaving, and Sprint's churn was through the roof, and they were operating at a loss. And I hope the same does not happen to T-Mobile, because Verizon and AT&T are willing to do whatever it takes to take their networks to the next level. They're not going to wait around for T-Mobile. Trust me. They are not waiting around for T-Mobile. T-Mobile is spending $12 billion this year, 12 next, then they go down to 9. That is a significant drop that we have to bring it up. That's only $3 billion, and that's a rough estimate, $3 billion more than they spent as a standalone. That's pre-merger. They spent $5.6 billion, close to 6. So they're not spending significantly more versus what they are spending now that they are this larger company with Sprint included. Yeah, go get it. That they are now a bigger company with tons and tons and tons more customers that they are inheriting from the Sprint merger. Now, of course, some of them are going to churn out. That's just going to happen Some may be uncomfortable with the whole situation. Some may not want to migrate. Some may not like the deals that T-Mobile offer versus what Sprint offered in the past. So that's just the nature of things, and I think T-Mobile is very well aware of it. So one thing that I wanted to bring up now that I kind of got the introductory out the way is recently T-Mobile has been giving its customers Apple TV Plus on us free for a year. And there's a lot of mixed feedback on that because some of you are like, yeah, that's cool. My subscription just ran out. I need it again free for a year. And then some are saying it's not at all that great of a deal. And that's just based on the platform itself. That's not necessarily T-Mobile not giving out a perk that's not worth anything, but it's just Apple TV Plus is really not pushing out that great of content, or I shouldn't say that great of content, not enough of it. The platform is strictly original. And of course, that's a topic for another video, but the platform is just strictly original. So there's not any familiarized content on the platform. And the fact that Apple is trying to push out such high quality content, it just takes them too long to push out seasons. I like the morning show. I like the show C, and I like the show Truth Be Told. Great shows. You can tell they're of great high quality content, but it took them a very long time to give us season 2s. And now, instead of pushing out all the episodes, they're doing it now on a weekly basis because it takes them a very long time to produce these shows. So season 3 is likely already in the works, but now they're stretching out the episodes on the weekly basis. So that way you have content on that platform. But those are just some of the shows that I like to watch on the platform. So what else is T-Mobile going to offer going forward? What are they going to do to set themselves apart? I think that's a big concern to many. During the Un-carrier days, it was easy for T-Mobile to do so because the others weren't really doing anything of the magnitude of T-Mobile. Not even close. They weren't doing Netflix on us. Nobody's doing taxes and fees as of now. But now everyone else is getting closer to T-Mobile. AT&T's pricing on the Elite is the same as Magenta Max. Other than you getting line discounts and free lines, the base price of Magenta Max for 4 lines is $200, same as the Elite. So AT&T is positioning themselves closer to T-Mobile. The only thing that sets them apart now is AT&T still charges taxes and fees. So that's a little bit more expensive, but you could justify that just by the simple fact that AT&T has a bigger network. And that leads me to another topic on the list, the coverage. That will still be a big concern for many of you. It will be. I've recently been told that T-Mobile is behind the competitors by the size of the state of Texas 2 times. So by rough estimates, that's around 536,000 square miles. If you are familiar with the state of Texas, you should know how big the state of Texas is. To give you guys some additional perspective, the city I live in the state of Texas is as far southwest as you can go. It takes me 16 hours if I'm going east to get out of the state of Texas. It's a large state, and T-Mobile is behind the competitors on coverage 2 times the size of this state across the nationwide geographical footprint. So they have a long way to go, and that's going to take time. I've recently seen a lot of comments where people are saying T-Mobile still doesn't have coverage where I'm at. It's not going to happen overnight. I know we're already 18 months in, going on 19 months on this merger. It's just not going to happen. There's just no way. It's going to take years for this to fully materialize. They have to physically put these sites in the ground. In many cases, in other cases, they are able to co-locate, but they have to physically build this. And that means there's a chunk of investment going towards it, which many of you will question as they lower CapEx. How can they accelerate that build of that large of a magnitude? 500,000 square miles, a little over 500,000 square miles is a lot. And that's based on the fact that they've been building that network since 2015. So that will make a lot of you question as to why T-Mobile is spending less in the outer years of the guidance based upon all the synergies that they're getting with the merger. How are they spending less when they should be accelerating to really try to close that gap between them and their competition? AT&T and Verizon are really going to push it. They're already feeling the heat that they're behind on the mid-band deployments. So you don't think they're going to take money out of the cash flows continuously in the coming years to really push and accelerate the network? I think everybody's going to be as competitive as they ever been. And this is before Dish gets started. So many have emailed me questioning, is the market actually better off with just 3 versus 4? It's going to be a race to the bottom. If they stay this competitive, if they spend what they're spending, if the promos stay where the promos are, then Dish is going into a race to the bottom. They already have a lower ARPU and a lower income from the Boost customer. And to come in and try to undercut the other MNOs that have a facility-based network, it's almost committing suicide. So I just wanted to, again, just kind of see where you guys stand on what's next for T-Mobile and to see where they're going to take it. The network is self-explanatory. They have to expand that. There's no way around it. They have to do it in order to compete where the upside is, which is rural United States. That's where the upside is. They already have fair share in the urban environment. They need to grow the upside, which is business, home internet, and rural America. The only way they can do that is by expanding the network. That is the only way. There's no other way to do this. They can't do it off of roaming, or they shouldn't do it off of roaming because that's going to cost them. They need to expand the network natively to be able to offer rural Americans the option of additional competitor, and then also the option for an additional competitor on home internet. So let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. I know this video was a bit longer than I anticipated, but like I said at the beginning, grab your popcorn, drinks. Hope you guys like the video. I just wanted to make this to see what is next for T-Mobile in the future. What else should they offer? What should they do next? And, you know, just to kind of speak about the coverage itself, to give you a context and perspective on how much they are really behind. And it's going to take time. You have to be patient on this one. If the coverage is not there where you are now or where you may travel to, you might have to wait or find another secondary option from one of the other competitors that may have sufficient coverage where you are located. So if you have been on the channel or you are new to the channel and you have not yet liked, shared, subscribed, make sure you do so. Hit that notification bell so you are notified when I do upload content. Make sure to follow my social media outlets for more updates and interactions. Thanks again for watching. This is Tyrone with Tech Life, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.